Did you hear about the Supreme Court? Did you see what they were doing? They made some new changes over the last couple of days. And they said, hold up. The one that I cared more about all of the Supreme Court decisions that were going out, they said in a major 6-3 ruling, the government cannot sneak around and grab your phone's location history from big tech companies without a specific search warrant. All right. They got to have the warrant or else you cannot pull your phone's location history. They said in a case called Chatry versus United States, the justices ruled that law enforcement accessing your smartphone's location history counts as an official search under the Fourth Amendment. That means the federal government needs a real, verified warrant backed by probable cause before they can demand that data from companies like Google or Apple. Now, why is all this important? Well, back in 2019, there was a bank robbery in Virginia. The police used what is called a Geofence warrant to tell Google to hand over data on every single active device within a 150-meter radius of the crime scene during a specific time frame. And basically, by them geofencing every single active device in that area, it pulled in hundreds of innocent people just minding their business, and it eventually led them to the suspect, Okello Chatry. The government tried to argue that since users voluntarily turn on location tracking for apps and maps, they can give up their expectation of privacy. They claimed that the third-party doctrine meant that the Constitution did not protect that data. But then Justice Elena Kagan said, we're going to shut all that down. She wrote that your location history acts like a digital personal journal of your movements. It tracks your family, political, medical, and religious life down to a precise 20-meter radius every couple of minutes. And the court made it very clear that just doing normal, everyday things on a modern smartphone does not mean you forfeit your constitutional rights. While they sent the case back of the gentleman who did the bank robbery, they sent that case back to decide if this specific warrant was reasonable. The big takeaway is your digital tracks are now legally considered your private property. Fourth Amendment. The police cannot go say, well, you were in this area. I need to track down that one person, but I cannot pull everybody's phone unless there's a warrant. Many adults over 40, or just people in general, they utilize their devices to navigate trips to medical clinics, physical therapists, or pharmacies. This ruling ensures that the government cannot track your personal health journeys without strict legal supervision. And your professional movements, client meetings, and job sites stay completely shielded from unauthorized surveillance. And you do not have to worry about family safety settings during turning into a public tracking pool. Like, can you imagine them saying this going the other way? I could literally just say Latrell was in the area. I want to pull his phone, and I want to pull everybody that was walking in that area. I need that. Run that. Literally. Latrell, your thoughts on that?
Look, man. Sheila actually does have a point when she said that this is a double-edged sword. But I'm not going to lie, man. Weren't we just talking about how when there's a will, there's a way? The government, like, I have very little trust. I'm not even sorry. I have very little trust in the government, man. I don't really have that much faith in the government, so this doesn't really mean that much to me. And I feel like they can still pull up my location whenever they want. And there's been plenty of instances of tech companies working with law enforcement for things that maybe they shouldn't have. I don't know, man. So I'm just kind of just sitting here like, that's cool and all, but it's like, is that really even going to do anything? Like, I understand it's a protected under the Fourth Amendment, but we have our rights violated all the time, man. Like, who's to say that it ain't going to happen again? You get what I'm saying?
Revis, your thoughts?
I say shout out to Elena Kagan. I'm just saying somebody needs to step up and protect us. I feel like they need a warrant instead of randomly picking people. 'Cause they'll strictly go for people of color, and that's an easy way to get railroaded. So, like I said, shout out to Elena Kagan. Let them specifically be looking for me instead of just see that I'm in some area. Because I know if they find me, I'm probably just good for a good beat down. So, like I said, just have them check somebody else out. Matter of fact, that's Tall Boy right there. I ain't gonna tell you his real name, but that's Tall Boy. Look for him. And hey, the trail up there, he got a pretty good picture up there. It looks like a mugshot. Hey, he looks like he can take a good beat down too.
This guy right here. The question that I have for the audience, y'all, what do you think of the Supreme Court ruling cops need a warrant for your phone's location history? 1, it's a big win for privacy. 2, no, total waste of cash. 3, still don't trust them. 4, cops will find a way. Or 5, side chicks are safe now. 1 through 5. Let us know in the comments. What do you think of the Supreme Court's ruling that the cops need a warrant for your phone's location history? Keep this in mind, that the Supreme Court only ruled that looking at the data counts as a search. They did not completely ban geofence warrants. They leaving the exact boundaries for local police up to lower courts to figure out over the next few years. So that means local cities and counties, they can say, hey, we agree with this, but there's no one uniformed way. All right. So basically the data already exists. A legal barrier for the police does not stop private corporations from buying, selling, or analyzing your digital life for profit. So that does not mean the police didn't get it, that somebody else didn't go out and go get it. Whoever got the money, they can go get the data. Private investigator, maybe just somebody that just wanted to, I just want to just know who was in the area. They can just go get it. It's easy. And because location history can be stored for years, any future shifts in legislation or local law enforcement tactics could still expose your past movements if security protocols change. So also keep that in mind as well. All right. So I'm just sharing with you. Let's see. The audience is saying this is a big win for privacy. And then they said the cops will still find a way. Yeah, everybody going to find a way. Because this case was sent back down to the lower courts, remember, different states may enforce these privacy rules differently until a final uniform standard is locked in. Just keep that in mind. But at least you can't the police just cannot go in and do whatever they want to do.
Well, technology is still new, so we still got a lot of time to figure all this stuff out too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is kind of the beginning of what we're seeing right now.
Look at what she's saying. Goes back to flock cameras, right? This is what we've been discussing. Right. I mean, so the flock cameras, your phone is doing it. Pay attention to what these flock cameras can do. These phones, you have tracking turned on for Waze or Google Maps or Apple Maps. It says turn on location data when you open up a certain app and you say yes, because you want to go to your favorite restaurant or favorite fast food restaurant. And it says, we want to know your location so we can pair you with the closest store location. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You turned on the location. Yeah. So all your major fast food apps do this, right? So who's not to say that a private eye or another person just said, I'll pay for this data, and then they go give it to the police? Who's not to say that they won't do that? So this is right in your face, and they're telling you all of this, right? They're telling you this, and they're showing it, putting it bold, dead smack in your face and saying, we don't care if you like it or you don't, okay?
Tap in with us, Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. We simplify it for you. You can't say we didn't tell you. See y'all there. Don't miss out.